Hello everyone, welcome back to Knit and Spin with Brie, episode 10. Can't believe I've been doing this for 10 episodes already. I know it's been a while again. It's been kind of a crazy few weeks, just with school stuff for my son and just work stuff. It's just been really crazy, which made it really, really hard to sit down and actually record or actually be, not that I didn't have time. It's the mindset, it's the mood. Like, if I'm all day, I'll be sitting, I'm like, I'm going to record tonight. I'm going to do it. And then, you know, something crappy happens, and then suddenly you're just like, nope, don't feel like it. That's kind of how it was, like, every day this week and last week. I kept trying to push myself to do it, then I didn't. So that's why we're here now. I'm in a good mindset. I am ready to record. My husband even told me that I was being lazy to record, but we're going to do it. Episode 10. Here it comes. So this is actually going to be mostly a spinning episode because last week I did kind of like a catch up because I hadn't recorded in a while. I also haven't recorded in a while for this one either, but I did say that I was going to do more of a spinning one this one. And I must say that I have done quite a bit of spinning the past 2 weeks. I do want to show you guys some finished knitting objects that I had done since the last time because they were really fast. So let's get into finished knitting objects, and then I'll get into like the more spinning content because I do have a lot of that. So the first one I showed you guys last time was the anchor sweater for my son. Literally a day after I recorded the last episode, I finished it. And I was like this much on one sleeve. I finished the sleeve and then I did the other sleeve. It really didn't take that long. It's literally being in the frame of mind to do it. And I was just, things were taking my interests elsewhere, so I was just kind of meh about it. But I did finish before the end of the knit along, the Anchors Obsessed Cal that was going on Ravelry and Instagram, and I had finished it before the deadline. And I told you guys last time that I was probably not going to finish it in time, but I did. I finished it. I was very proud. And here it is. I posted pictures of my son wearing it on Instagram, and he absolutely loves it. And excuse me. Oh, God. Whew. Good thing that wasn't a loud one, because those tend to happen a lot. So anyway, post a picture on Instagram of my son wearing it. He really likes it. My youngest son wanted to have a picture with it as well, so I let him model it too, and it fits him pretty nicely, I think, too, comparatively. And I did do it a good length so that my oldest can wear it for at least a few more years. God, they grow so fast when they're young, so it's like he'll be able to wear it this season of when it's cold, and then I think it'll be my youngest will inherit it for next season when it's cold. Husband of mine. You drop. Are you throwing all this away?
Yeah. I have too many socks.
Some of those, I was the one that bought you those.
Like which ones?
The blue ones.
I don't like them. They're too thin.
Oh, so you like really bulky socks? Maybe I should start knitting you socks.
No. I need my feet to breathe. Carry on.
Maybe my camera all shaky.
Your head's in frame, right?
Yes, I double checked. Thank you. So anyway, next wintry season, I believe that my youngest will probably be able to wear this for a few years. And with the move to Utah next year, we will have snow. So he will really, really enjoy this. And I'll probably make my oldest Doodle a bigger one by the time we move as well. So he will have another one for the cold season. So after I finished knitting this, literally it was like 10 o'clock at night. I cast it off and I'm like, I finished it, yay. And then I proceeded to cast on another sweater, another child sweater. So my niece, who is only a year younger than my oldest son, she will be turning 6 in just a few days, actually. I'm like, oh, I should make her something for her birthday, because I have made her, I'll put in a picture of what I've made her in the past. Which I crocheted. I didn't have a pattern or anything, but it's like a little, like a Christmas dress. And it's got like a white little collar, and then the rest is red, and it's got long sleeves, and the cuffs are white, and then the rim of the skirt is also white. And it's very Christmassy. Apparently she loves wearing it. And it was made from the exact same yarn that I'm using, that I used for my son's sweater, and then now this sweater. And this will actually be really, really cute over the top of that dress that I made her that still fits her because she's tiny. So I just cast this one on, and it took me 3 days to finish. So it has, I did the size, the largest size of the kids, Bloomsbury kids sweater. So there's an adult version, and then there's the kids version. Version. Words are hard today. So I did the largest size of the child's version so that she can wear it for a few years. And it's got this super cute lace pattern all the way down both sleeves, and then one down the center of the back. And I did extra long cuffs that fold. Literally 3 days. I do have to say it's on size US 9. So they're big needles. Like, I think the pattern calls for like a worsted Aran / bulky weight, and this is a worsted weight. So the stitches are pretty open, just like normally. You pretty much see through them. But if this was worn over the top of the dress that I made her, I think it would look really, really cute. And then the red sleeves would show through the lace motifs on the sleeves. So cute. I am excited to see her wear it. So this is going to be for her birthday. That's just in a few days. So I do have to get my brother's address to send it to her. I don't think it will get to her by her birthday, but she will have a new sweater. And I have one other niece that I want to make, which is my other brother's daughter. I really want to make one for her as well, but she is going to be 2 next year, so I will definitely have to make a smaller one, but I do want to make another one because it was just so quick to make. So I want to make her one as well. And then I'm thinking of making my nephews some as well. So I have two nephews and then 2 nieces. One niece from my oldest brother, and then my second brother. He has 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl right now. So yeah, I'm excited to make them little special things. All are going to be out of acrylic yarn. I do have quite a bit of a stash of acrylic yarn right now. I did get rid of a bunch, but I still have quite a stash because I still really liked the yarn. I didn't want to get rid of it yet because I had ideas in the works of what it was going to be. But now I've gone like super like full wool on everything. But for children's garments, I think that that's pretty much a really good use for acrylic yarn because it's machine washable. You don't have to worry about them ruining it. It's not super expensive. So when they're older, I'll make them like the nice stuff. But right now, when, they're spilling everything on them anyway, might as well just stick with the cheapy stuff that's machine washable. Okay, so into spinning. I finished spinning a couple of things. Actually, my wheels are now empty because I finished spinning everything already. I haven't started another spinning project yet, which I am definitely going to be doing because I am kind of on a spinning feel vibes, and my really good friend Magda from Magda Knits podcast, go check her out if you haven't, but we're doing a fiber swap. So I dyed up some fiber. I'll put in a picture of what I dyed. To send to her. And then she is going to be sending some fiber that she dyed to me. And I have already sent mine. I sent mine out today. She's already sent hers. And then I think we're going to do like a little spin along thing together, and then make some projects with our hand spun yarn that we dyed each other's fiber for. Super excited. Just all of the friendships that I've made so far just from doing this podcast and reaching out to people on Instagram and people that are really interested in the things I am. It's just been so nice. I've had a really hard time recently just with life in general, and all of my knitting friends have reached out to me and how are you doing, Brie? Haven't heard from you in a while, and just makes me very happy. And to have that connection with these people for when I've only started talking to them for such a short while, it's just, we already have this bond, and I absolutely love that, and it means so much to me. God, okay. It's been a really emotional week, so I'm not gonna cry, but it means a lot. So let's move on before I start being like, thank you, everyone. You're such good friends. Okay. So on the video that I had done for that roving that I dyed up, and how I showed you guys how I dye my roving, I finally spun up that comb top that I dyed in my colorway, in the colorway of that one time at karaoke, and I finished it. This is the washed bloomed version. I did post a picture on Instagram before it was washed, but now it is definitely poofier, squishier, and it's a 2-ply, and I would definitely say that it's a fingering weight. some parts are fingering, some parts are like sport, but the handspun yarn it's very versatile. I would say that you could use any handspun yarn if it depicts as one certain weight. You can either be up one weight or down one weight. So let's say that someone has handspun yarn and they give it to you and they're just like, oh, it's, according to wraps per inch, it's a fingering weight. Some parts could be lace weight and some parts could be sport weight. Or if they're like, oh, it's sport weight, it could be slightly fingering, slightly DK. So it's really versatile in terms of what you can do with it for patterns and stuff like that. So I think that this is also going to be really, really nice. It's a little less than 5 ounces it's like 127 grams, I believe. But I got about 600 yards out of it. And it smells really nice because of the wool wash that I use, which is the Soak brand, and the scent is Celebration, I believe. I'm like looking at it over here. I'm like, it's the pink bottle. Yeah, I believe it's called Celebration. But yes, I have. Ooh, that was weird. I have finished this one. I am excited to work with it, or I might put it in my shop. I don't know. I don't know. I really like it. I think I want to use it for socks or for a shawl or something. 600 yards. It's a lot. Okay, another finished yarn that I actually just did. I haven't washed it yet or put it into a hank or even measured how long it is yet, but it's another, remember all that alpaca fiber that I had to spin over there? I started it. So this is a little over 7 ounces, and I'd say that it's probably around once I wash it, it'll be sport weight DK. And the animal this came from is Harmonia. She was a fantastic alpaca on my mom's farm. Unfortunately, she passed away last year from a very unfortunate farm accident. Not at my mom's ranch. She was sold as a pet because she wasn't producing her fiber as nicely anymore. So she was getting a little old. So she was sold as a pet for another ranch. And along with Bijou, which all the black alpaca yarn that I use is all Bijou, pretty much. So both of them were sold as pets because their fiber quality wasn't as good as they get older. And there was an incident where one of the farm dogs went rabid and almost killed all the livestock on that farm, including Harmonia, and Bijou was in critical care for about 3 weeks before she passed away too. It's really horrible. I think the dog went through a multitude of chickens, a goat, I think even a llama, which is surprising because llamas are very protective, I want to say, because sometimes people that have alpacas, they actually, instead of having farm dogs or ranch dogs as protectors or herding dogs, they get a llama because they're quite large and they don't back down from a fight. So they're kind of more aggressive, and they do guard alpacas. So I was really, I might be wrong on that. I can't quite remember if it was a llama that actually was attacked as well. But it crushed my mother-in-law about those animals, because those were part of the first animals that she had, part of her herd. So it was really heartbreaking to see them go. So all of their fiber is really precious. And that's why the sweaters that I made for my mother-in-law, they're all out of Bijou and Harmonia and like her original herd that have passed on. So that it's just kind of like a memento of them. And they were beautiful animals. Like their fiber was, if you know micron count for, so merino, typically merino yarn can be anywhere between 20 micron to about 25 micron, which is the softness that you feel. Anything that's rustic or toothy is like 25 and over. So anything larger than that, it's measuring the circumference of the follicle itself. So the smaller the follicle, the softer and finer it is. So things like mohair are pretty fine. Cashmere is extremely fine. Angora is very, very fine. But a lot of my mother-in-law's herd is very fine alpaca fiber. So it's usually around 20 micron or below. My mother-in-law's farm, they have a yearling cria, which is a baby alpaca, who has a 14 micron count fleece, and she's beautiful and very, very soft. It feels like cashmere and like Angora. It's just beautiful and soft to touch. I think I'm getting a little off topic. Okay, so I finished my first of this alpaca stuff that I have to get through before next year. Those are all my finished spin. Oh, no, it's not. So my mother-in-law got me a little present for my birthday, and of course it was fiber because I love it. But she got me like a little fiber package from Napa Valley Fibers, and it's like a little spinning kit. And the spinning kit was called Pumpkin Spice. Yeah, Pumpkin Spice Latte. And it had a multitude of fibers. It had 2 braids of fiber. One is a merino comb top with Tussa silk, which is this one, which I'm very excited to spin. It's very autumnal, pumpkin-y, which I love. And then the other braid is 50% fawn alpaca and then 50% Tussa silk as well. So this one's really, really pretty. I think I want to spin this one up and then have some of that, the Harmonia, which is the dark chocolate brown, for the Wookiee socks in the Star Wars book. I think that would be really awesome. And some of the additional fibers that came with it was a 50% merino cultivated silk blend that I had started spinning, but then I decided that I didn't want to spin it currently. But it's like a pale peach. It's really pretty. It's a 50-50 blend of merino and cultivated silk or mulberry silk. And then there was a merino comb top in peach and cinnamon, which were these, which I did spin up. Little mini skeins, which I think would be really cute in some colorwork socks. And two little snippets of fiber of Polworth in oatmeal and warm brown, which I did spin up as well. And it also came with some Tussa silk, just pure Tussa silk, and then also bamboo, as well as Angelina and some beads. But yes, I spun up all of the small fibers, or the small little nests of roving, and the Polworth was a little tweedy, which I kind of liked, or there was short second cuts or something in it, so it was a little bit pilly, I guess. And I think I want to do some sort of colorwork project with all 4 of these colors because they are very autumnal and I love it. So that was a lovely gift from my mother-in-law for spinning, and I'm very excited about it. Speaking of spinning projects, so I'm creating a spinning video currently, which I have not published yet, but I am still editing, of me spinning that braid of fiber that I had mentioned a while ago, and did like a spin with me kind of vibe for it. I mentioned it a little bit in my roving dyeing video, and how like I was splitting the fiber to get it ready to spin. So I had finished that, and then I showed it last time, I believe, in the Hank, and oh goodness, so I put it in cake, and I said that I was going to spin for socks. This is a little bulkier weight for socks, but it's a 3-ply than I really wanted, but I started the first sock today. I finished it. Literally finished it like not even 10 minutes before I started recording. So I think I'm going to record me making the second sock and then put it all in the video with the finished pair. So from start to finish, pretty much, I think that would be really cool. But the gradient is really beautiful. And this is just a pattern I kind of just made up. It's just I think it's the lice pattern, or it's like every other round you're adding a contrast color every other stitch. But I do really like this pattern. Let me know if you want this as a sock pattern, because I might decide to make it as a sock pattern. Although there's probably already patterns out there for it, so maybe not. But the gradient is just beautiful. Yes, I'm excited to start the second sock for that. What else? I did some yarn dyeing after I had finished dyeing the roving for Magda, and I think I'm going to put these in my shop. I really like how they turned out. They're very autumn vibes, which I love. So I dyed a bunch of minis, and I dyed them all at once, so it's like they're kind of in a gradient sort of set. goes like that. Or, yeah, like that. And I have 5 bundles of 5, so it's 100 grams. They're 20-gram minis. But yeah, I really love how all the colors turned out, and they're really nice. So, thinking about putting some in my shop. They're really fun to make. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see those in my shop. Like, just different things than what I already have in my shop. I feel like I have a lot, because I do. I have a lot going on in my shop right now, but nothing's really moving. So I'm thinking that maybe if I start putting new stuff in, people will be like, oh, I really like that, and buy a little bit more. The only thing is the space issue. I just don't have a lot of space to be dyeing things and putting it out and like labeling and stuff like that. So please let me know if you'd like to see something like more minis in the shop, and like maybe sock sets in the shop, because I've been really into socks recently. So especially colorwork socks. So last time I did mention that I was planning on designing my own fingerless mitt pattern, and I was going to use the alpaca fiber from my mother-in-law's ranch and call them Alpaca My Knit Mitts. So I had the idea in my head. Ow, I just ripped my cuticle. That was painful. I had the idea in my head. I got some graph paper, and I kind of just drew out a pattern and cast on and just kind of winged it. And I love it. And I finished it in 2 days. Both mitts. I finished in 2 days. They're a little large. I think I want to go down a needle size for them. And I think they'll fit a little bit nicer. But let me show them to you. They have little alpacas on them. Aren't they just, oh my God, I am very much obsessed. I think that these are so freaking adorable. Right? No, this one. So the jog line is always going to be towards the inside of your hand because of the color work. So I made the cuff a little bit long, but I figured like this much would go underneath like your jacket or something, so that the alpacas stick out, and then you have your mitt. But they are just, aren't they so cute? I'm very excited to start writing up the pattern. If anyone has advice on how to write up a pattern, like Laura from Penrose Knits, I might reach out to you. I don't know if you've watched my episodes recently, but because you are also very busy writing your own patterns, but I might reach out to you and be like, how do you write a pattern? Because I don't know where to even start. But I am in love with my Alpaca My Knit Mitts. And it's a completely my own design. Like, I just did it. I didn't really do a whole lot of thinking on it, because I feel like the most mistakes that people make if they're going to design something, they put too much thought into it instead of just casting something on and doing it. So that's what I did. So now I can, and yes, this is a very small project. It's definitely nothing large like a sweater that needs to be graded or anything like that. It's a small project, which will be really easy, and I think I'll only have like 3 sizes, because the alpaca motif is it's a 10 stitch repeat, I think. But please let me know what you guys think, and if you really would like to see a pattern out there like this. I did a lot of research to see if there's any sort of pattern like this out there, and there's not for mitts. And there's not. So I would be very, very happy to make a pattern for it. But please let me know if you guys would like to see a pattern for it in the comments, or reach out to me on Instagram or Ravelry and let me know your thoughts, opinions, whatever you like. But I love how they turned out. They're super soft. Of course, it's made of alpaca yarn. So they will keep you really, really warm. And I might have, so the fingerless mitts, but then I might do like a modified version where they're full mitts, full mittens, and then maybe some like half mittens, like flap ones where you can take it off. But a lot of people text, so I'm wondering what I would do with the thumbs. Instead of closing them off, maybe have like a little flap to be able to text or type or whatever on your phone. But love how these turned out. I don't remember last time if I think I definitely did. But the mittens that I did for my family person, which I now, that cardigan that I'm making for them, I'm definitely not going to have it done by November or by next month for the event. I will definitely not be able to have that done. It's taking a long time, and it's not really giving me joy right now, and I'm kind of in the state of mind where I really want my crafting experience to be giving me happiness right now. So instead of dreading having to slog through something, so that's why I'm doing a lot of smaller projects, really kind of giving me happiness. So I did do these ones. I believe I showed them last time, but another little gift that my mother-in-law gave me, she had bought some for herself and then for me, is she got some mitts and a hat made out of Surrey alpaca. Yes. 99% Surrey alpaca, 1% lycra, and they are naturally dyed from, what is it called? Old Homestead Alpacas in Walla Walla, Washington, I think. But these are the mittens. I know they look really small, and I think that they definitely need to be like blocked or washed. But the lycra in them is kind of like an elastic. So they fit really nice, and they're definitely warm, but they have like, if anyone's naturally dyed anything before, the mordant or whatever you use to get the natural dye to stick to the fiber kind of gives it a little of a coating or like a greasy feel to the fiber itself. So I definitely think I want to wash these and block them out, or not really block them, but they'll probably soften up a little bit more. But these were the mittens. So the gal gets them commercially, it's commercially spun from her Surrey alpaca fiber, and then it's commercially knit. It's not hand knit. It's machine knit, but they're beautiful. So here's the hat. I think it's a lace weight held double. And she has like this really cute little tag. So this is a, like, definitely a slouchy style hat. This probably looks awful right now, but so it's definitely slouchy. My mother-in-law really likes this style of hat. But yes, I'm planning on washing these and then enjoying them for the winter weather, because Surrey alpaca definitely keeps you warm. But yes, this is a very nice gift from my mother-in-law that she was online shopping. Okay, so some more fiber related, and then I have one other fiber thing. But I had ordered some roving, some comb top that already has like Angelina in it, which is the sparkly stuff, or Selena. And I got that in to then dye so that I can have some like sparkly yarn and also put it in my shop. So I only have four 4-ounce braids, but it's 100% merino, and then, or it's 95% merino and then 5% stellina. But yeah, I'm very excited. I do think that when you dye a blend of fiber that has like sparkly fiber in it, you have to be very careful with the temperature, because the temperature could end up dulling the stellina to where it's not really shiny or sparkly anymore. So I'll be very aware of that and try and be very careful about when I dye. I'll probably record me dyeing it because I'm very excited about it. Okay, one last thing before life stuff. I don't think I will have a life stuff segment in this one, just because all you need to know, life's been really hard recently. So we'll leave it at that. But I got my Paradise Fibers Fiber of the Month Club subscription box bag for October, and I've been waiting to open it until I record. So I'm going to open it now with all of you guys. I know the last time I opened my September box, I was just like, oh, very unenthusiastic. I really do enjoy these boxes. I was also not feeling very like peppy that day when I was doing it. But wow. Oh, my bag split. This, looks like raw fiber of some kind. It's in a cute little spider bag, and it looks like there's, yeah, they put a little plastic spider in it. Actually, this might be like that. No, it's not. I'm like, oh, it might be that spider web stuff that you like put around your house for Halloween. No, it is definitely fiber. All right. Ooh. Stay. Okay, so if you don't know what these are neps. Like Tweety neps. So they're like little felted bits that you can blend on your blending board or put through a drum carder with some other fiber just to give it texture to a bat or some roving that you're making. That's pretty cool. I don't know that I would use it just because this is more for like a textured bat for, I want to say, like art yarn. I am not a big fan of art yarn because I like things very smooth and uniform, and art yarn is very like not that. So I don't think I would use something like this, but I do know of some people that would, so that I could just send it to them. Oh geez, they gave you a lot of stuff in this one. So, in a little Halloween bag. Oh, I think I really love this color. I think I even, yeah, I have last year's Halloween colorway. Ooh, oh yeah. Look how, oh, this is about, I think it's definitely 3 ounces. But look at that. Oh, so Halloween. I love that. I'm definitely going to be spinning that tomorrow. Yes. Yes. As a short aside, I keep getting distracted, but I actually have last year's Halloween colorway from Paradise Fibers that I put into a 2-ply yarn. And it's got the purples, greens, it has pink, like hot pink, browns, reds, oranges. This is very, I wouldn't say it's toothy, it's definitely more rustic than, you know, like a nice, like super fine merino or something like that, but I should make something with this. I don't have it in my shop, I don't even know how long it is, but I made this last year, and it's very Halloween-esque. Or, let me know if you want me to do a giveaway of this, because I'd be happy to give it away. It's very nice. It's not next to Skin Soft, but it's very well constructed. I would definitely say it's a DK weight. I should wash it, actually. I think I'm going to wash it. That might soften it a little bit more, because I don't think I washed this one. Okay, back to the fiber backs. Ooh, oh wow. Okay, so there's another little thing. Sorry about the crinklies. For those who do not like crinkly. Whoa. Okay. Yes. I really, really like this. Okay, so imagine me spinning this up as 1 ply and this one as the other ply and then plying them together. Isn't that really digging it this year for their Halloween inspired roving? Okay, so now I'm going to read the card to actually know exactly what I got, because I'm very curious about that first thing. What is in here? Oh, sorry, very crinkly. Is this the right way? Yes, it is. Ooh, sorry, really crinkly. Okay, throw that down. Wow, okay, really love this sticker. Oh, I just got this tea from my thing that my mother-in-law got. The pumpkin spice stash tea. I might have that tomorrow morning. The only thing is it's decaf and I need my caffeine. Ooh. Looks like I got a little thing of cinnamon sticks. Those are definitely cinnamon sticks. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder why they added that. I'm going to get to the card where they tell me everything. Little glass cat stitch progress keeper. Put that with my collection. All right. Okay, so what did I get? In your bag, 2 new shades of Cryptic Corydell. Oh, wow, that's Corydell. 3 ounces each. One is Baroness Bloomfield, which is the purple one, and then Professor Pumpernickel, which is the green one. And it is a blend of murder mystery themed. Wow, that's funny. Both consistent of multiple shades of Corydell, mulberry silk, bamboo top for a warm and drapey yarn with its own personality. Okay, Ghoul Fleece Locks, which is what was in the white spider bag. Premium polyester staple fiber that can be spun into a fluffy art yarn. So that's also like a blending fiber that you would just stick in. And then the new shade of Wool Neps, which is the green little, I got olive neps that are usually for texture bumpy art yarn to do. Spooktober. But yeah, that's really cool. Oh, and then you get a little, oh, that's what the cinnamon sticks are for. So there's a Cozy Pumpkins vibe pattern that we get. And it's to spin up your yarn and then knit a pumpkin. And then you stick a cinnamon stick in the top for the stem. That's pretty cool. Will I do that? Probably not. It's cute though. The Cozy Pumpkin Vibes pattern can be found on Ravelry and on Stacy's website. The design is made from, it just says designed by Stacy at Fit Food Art Shop. And this simple beginner pattern is $8 and features 7 unique knit designs, some of which are reversible. If you can knit a hat, you can knit a pumpkin. These delightful pumpkins require super bulky weight yarn on US size 13 9mm circular needles. Wow, that's really big. And then it's saying, you know, card all of your stuff together and make a textured blend of fiber. I will probably not do that because I like them separated. And I will probably give away my textured bits to put in for someone who likes art yarn and likes to use it as such. So this is still a very, very pretty sticker. I will put that with my collection of Paradise Fiber stickers. Okay, I think that is all I have for this evening. I think I've been talking for about an hour. Like I said, it's been a while, so I had to kind of catch you guys up. But this was literally all of just my spinning stuff. I've done a little bit more knitting stuff, but that'll be for next time. I might space these episodes out a little bit more. That way there's not like the pressure of having to do this every week. Okay, so one thing I did want to point out was I was watching Anne from my North Knit Corner podcast, and she had received the yarn that she had purchased from me, and she had such nice things to say. I was literally crying while I was watching it because I'm just like, you're just such a nice person. And I am so happy that you absolutely love your yarn. And shipping was kind of really expensive, and I didn't want you to have to pay for that. So I wanted to make it your money's worth. And then to hear that it was your birthday money that you spent on it, I'm so glad that I gave you that little extra bit to really make it worth something. Not that it's not worth anything, but I don't know. I'm a very frugal person, so to me, I'm just like the bargain shopper. So I'm so happy that I sent that extra skein of yarn for you of my hand spun, and I actually think they would go really nicely together. I think one of them was 601 yards and the other, or God, I can't remember the exact yardage, but it's definitely probably over 1,000 yards that you have between both. So you could do a pattern like something that uses mosaic knitting. Would be really cool between that. I know that you had mentioned that you weren't good at stranded color work or, using 2 colors at a time, but your pattern that you're doing with your stranded color work with the Roma Finial is coming up beautifully. I think that you're doing such a good job for, just learning how to do it. So I think that would be really cool if you did some sort of colorwork design with both those hand spun yarns that you got. I think that would be really, really cool, especially because one's super light in color and one's dark and like moody. I think that would be really nice. Okay, I am going to leave it here and not drivel on for any longer. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend and a wonderful night. It's Friday, the 15th of October. Oh my God. God, I'm just sneezing all the time now. Anyway, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful weekend, and I will catch you guys next time for a little bit more knitting vibes. Bye.